Protestant disunity undercuts its own claims. Protestants argue that disagreement among early church fathers undermines Catholic authority. However, Protestants themselves espouse multiple, contradictory doctrines and have severe disagreements among its founders and doctrines. In contrast, the Catholic Church acknowledges some disagreement among individual church fathers, but upholds a single, coherent doctrine or catechism. Hence, the Protestant argument is logically inconsistent. The fathers and theologians of the early centuries affirmed the solidity and the infallibility of the discernment of the whole Church on matters of faith and morals. They refuted dangerous novelties introduced by heretics by comparing them with what was held and done in the Catholic Church. As a side note, Muslims also throw scholars under the bus for disagreeing amongst themselves, while ignoring their own doctrinal consensus when embarrassed by their dean. Protestants cannot have it both ways. They argue that disagreement among the Church Fathers undermines the authority of Catholic doctrine, yet they themselves promote contradictory doctrines that differ from both the Fathers and each other. Some key points. 1. The Catholic Church acknowledges that individual Church Fathers may have disagreed on some secondary points, as they were fallible human beings. However, the Fathers agreed on all core Christian doctrines, the real presence, authority of the Church, sacraments, etc., which the Catholic Church has consistently taught. These are the same doctrines Protestants often reject as pagan or unbiblical. 2. In contrast, Protestant groups disagree with each other and the Fathers on essential Christian doctrines. They fracture over issues like the Eucharist, baptism, salvation, and biblical canon. Their disagreement proves they lack a coherent, authoritative tradition. 3. The Catholic Church has a single, unified doctrine that it has taught for 2,000 years. Protestants have spawned thousands of denominations with contradictory beliefs. They can't claim to have doctrinal authority or continuity when they can't even agree among themselves. 4. If disagreement among the Fathers disproves Catholic doctrinal authority, then disagreement among Protestant groups must also disprove their own authority. Protestants can't argue that disagreement invalidates Catholic claims while simultaneously claiming their own contradictory doctrines are authoritative. This is logically incoherent. 5. The Fathers' disagreement on minor points does not negate their agreement on core doctrines, nor does it negate the authority of the Catholic Church which they were part of. Protestant disagreement over essential Christian doctrines undermines the very foundation of their belief system. The disagreements between Protestants and within Protestantism are not comparable to those between individual Catholic Church Fathers. In summary, the Protestant argument here is logically incoherent and self-defeating. Their own internal contradictions demonstrate that they have no consistent doctrinal authority, even while they claim that disagreement undermines the Catholic Church's authority. The Catholic position remains rationally and historically consistent. Protestants cannot promote contradictory positions and also claim doctrinal credibility. They want to have their doctrinal cake, but end up eating away at their own foundations. Protestants argue that disagreement shows Catholic claims to authority cannot be true, but their own house is divided. They end up refuting their own claims to Christian orthodoxy by their inconsistent and contradictory doctrines. One cannot logically argue for opposing positions at once. But this is what Protestantism does in disputing Catholic authority than claiming its own.